I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please.
At work, at home, everywhere I go. Harass, terrorize, and horrify. Harass, terrorize, and horrify. This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. Today he gets recorded stating, can I just be candid with you? I'll make it worth your while. Can I just be candid with you? I'll make it worth your while. I am as weird as she says I am. I just need you to cover it up for me, okay? How do you fucking make that kind of phone call? Hey, can I just be candid with you? I'm as weird as she says I am. I just need you to cover it up. I'll make it worth your while. We hear it all the time. It is absolutely outrageous and a disgust. Today, here's the thing. These guys are sex trafficking. I've said it over and over and over. They're sicko little peeping toms. They don't have a life. Mr. Perry has spent a decade. He left his family in Lubbock, Texas, to come to Oklahoma and terrorize and horrify everybody all fucking day, every fucking day, all day long. And everybody's sick of it, Mr. Perry. So we get recordings of you. Can I just be candid with you? I'm as weird as she says I am. I just need you to cover it up. I'll make it worth your while. Ugh. Yeah, all the skin crawls. Normal people can't even begin to understand what in the fuck is wrong with you. Normal people don't like you. You have leaks. We don't. You're making everybody so very, very uncomfortable, just like Neil does. You make everybody very, very uncomfortable, Mr. Perry. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. You left your family to come up here and harass and horrify and terrorize, and you are making everybody uncomfortable. And so we get your recordings of call Wes. Wes is my boss's son. Nice kid. Very nice kid. Well, how do you know him? The allegations against you are that you're a wannabe butt-in with no life. You're a little old fart, shriveled up, rejected and alone with your doll. And that is the best you will ever be. You horrify. You're making people sick at their stomach. You're making people very uncomfortable. And then I have to decide. He'll dry up all resources. My ex-husband is fine. I said, do you want to come up here and spend the weekend with me? It's a holiday weekend. And of course, because it's not convenient for Mr. Perry, he said no. Remember, Mr. Perry tells my family when they can and cannot help. That's either true or it's not. Believe me, we have the answer to that already. Because you want me out at the club. So you can, Mr. Perry's typing in my phone. We have a surprise for you. Go to work. We have a surprise for you. So I gotta go, gosh, do I want to go to the club and make some money and eat? Remember, I was waitressing and you had me bullied out. I'm dancing. I'm like, fucking, I'm not putting up with the drama. I don't need that. No one does. No one needs that kind of drama. To just be bullied and bullied and bullied by a fucking meth head waitress. So I'm like, guess what? I'll just dance. I get a bad injury on my knee and my shoulder. And I'm done with the bullying. So I took a break. I didn't quit. I didn't get fired. There's no age discrimination complaint. There's no assertion of that. The assertion is, you did that. You're interfering with commerce. There's a federal law against interfering with interstate commerce. There's probably a state law that is the same. I haven't looked. I don't know, but what I do know is you're coming up from Lubbock and you're coming into Oklahoma where you don't live and you have no business being, and you're interfering with my money, and that gets us intel because you're pissing people off. Normal people can't understand why in the fuck anybody would do that. Forgery, perjury, obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, witness tampering, violations of Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513. So, Mr. Perry, as of last night, everybody's asking the question, why is he go? First of all, she said she's being harassed in Lubbock, so she left. She moved twice. She's filed 11 times asking for a judge to make Charles leave her alone. And he buys his way out. She's never in court. She didn't have a law degree. 5 attorneys that are seasoned with law degrees can't handle one woman in a court of law, through a normal proceeding. They got to do all this backroom, illegal shit. Take Judge Cummings hunting to get out of that. You repulse everybody. So you have leaks, we don't. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. Look at your results, dumbass. You're horrifying everybody. Everybody's uncomfortable with you. He's going up to Oklahoma where she is. She's lost everything she has. He hasn't lost a fucking thing. And he says he's going up there to be harassed. Under oath with a straight face, actually. Said it with a straight face. And we're all like, sure, okay. We believe you. We'll say we believe you if that'll make you shut up and quit insulting our intelligence. People aren't stupid, Mr. Perry. You have a surprise for me if I go to the club? And you want me back on the pole, not waitressing? Here's the thing, a reporter said. Here's the thing. That waitress isn't injured, and she can dance. So why isn't she dancing, and why doesn't Cynthia have a job waitressing? Why would the owner make a decision to back a meth head who didn't show up half the time, comes in late, leaves early, and the door short? Over Cynthia, he just met her. Over Cynthia, who's worked for him for 8 years, proven herself trustworthy. She's there. I can upsell. The other waitress, gosh, you're lucky if you can catch her behind the bar, and she's not in the back causing drama and on the phone with her boyfriend in prison. Then why is he backing that chick over Cynthia? She's owned businesses. She could run the place and run it well. And doesn't come up short in the drawer, shows up, doesn't leave her. I mean, well, who the fuck does that? That doesn't make sense even for him. So we believe he didn't make that decision on his own. He was pressured. And if they're watching what he's doing to Cynthia, that might scare him and everybody else. You ran all the paying customers off. You rented out the club. You sent your 5 guys in with their canned food. And now everybody's mad. Because what happens is the paying customers won't keep going back out there, only to find they can't go in because you rented it out. Everybody's mad. March 2020, we said, get that place full of paying customers again because you ran everybody off. You don't have that right. You also don't have that right to run your prostitution business out of his club, using his property, his stage, his utilities, his employees. You sell your girls, some time with a guy, and they pay by throwing the money on stage, and then it's laundered. And you're caught. We've talked about it over and over and over and over and over. Everybody else remembers. Why can't you? So we hear him talk. Call Wes and tell Wes what? You know my financial status as of today, so you're pretty sure I'm at a point where I'm going to have to go back, whether I'm injured or not, and you can have a surprise for me? I don't want your surprise. What I asked you to do is get the fuck out of my life, didn't I? You left your family so you could sit by yourself, rejected and alone with your doll. Horrifying, terrorizing, and getting told on. You horrify, you terrorize, you get told on. Imagine the psychological torture that is for me, that if I need money and I need to go to work, do I go to work and he has a surprise that might completely turn my life upside down? Or do I go without food for a couple of days? Or maybe a week? Or live in my car for 6 months and eat twice a week? Those are my choices. And you don't have the right to do that to me. So you're in trouble. Witness tampering, coercion, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. It is against the law to interfere with interstate commerce. How many customers go in there from out of state? Huh? How many customers go in there or would go in there if you didn't run them off that are not from Oklahoma? They're interstate commerce, Mr. Perry. You don't have the right to invade my privacy. You don't have the right to know what's in my bank account. You don't have the right to know what bills are due. You don't have the right to interfere with my work. You don't have the right to contact me. You don't have the right to do any of that. I have the right to my privacy, and I have the right to go to work and not be harassed. Now, who brought up this age discrimination bullshit? Because we heard y'all talking about that. That was recorded by police as well. I've not asserted any such thing. If I did, I don't even remember it. It was a joke. it was a joke or it was sarcasm or snark or something, and I gave it so little thought, I don't even remember saying it. If I said it in a podcast, I fucking don't even remember. But there's been no EEOC thing filled out. There's been no paperwork filled out, not by me. You forged my name to stuff, like a marriage license and shit, and now you're trying to get a photo shoot 4 years after the fact with we'll have a wedding. No. I said no. You don't have my consent to even contact me, much less a wedding. Good God. So, when you contact me, when you invade my privacy, we find out you want to call Wes, who you shouldn't even know who that is, that you've convened a grand jury and lied and said you're being harassed. You're coming to a state where you don't live. You're not a legislator here. You don't own a business here that I know of, unless it's prostituting women out of that club, trafficking women in Oklahoma. That's a felony. You go to jail for life. If we know about it, we're talking about it, then our guys are going to arrest you. When are they going to do that? I mean, we're getting this stuff for a reason, bitch. You're as dumb as a brick, you know that? It's been so easy, it's not even fair. You had 6 years to get me to slip up to say who it is. It's a need to know. You ask me about your leaks every day. Here's the thing. You have a lot of nerve to ask for my help. And you're provoking when you do. Nobody wants to help you. Everybody wants you to go away. You're upsetting everybody. You make people very uncomfortable. You're terrorizing like this guy. I just want to go to work and make money. Remember we had a Pinto come in and ask for $5,000 to sleep with a creepy Charles, creepy Chucky, and I'm like, ew, no. Ew. Ugh. Do you know people say that when you walk in the door?
Stop following me!
You won't call the cops.
Stop! Stop stalking me! Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me alone.
happened?
Please leave me alone. Please, stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
What kind of bitch goes to a state where he doesn't live, uninvited, terrorizes everybody? He hasn't lost a thing. We're all looking at Cynthia. He's taking everything she has. That's what traffickers do. Trafficking is a very serious, offensive, vulgar crime. Billions of dollars are being spent to fight it. It is a disgust. You have leaks, we do not. We don't run around going, did you leak? Who leaked? We don't have leaks. Even your leaks don't leak. Even your leaks aren't slipping up. Are they? I'm not told who they are. And yet you keep asking me. And I'm like, you seem to be of the delusion that I'll help you. Why do you think I will help you? You are trying to rape me. You are trying to ruin me. So no, I'm not going to help you. Did you call my uncle? Did you call my uncle? Did you call Wes? Because we heard you talking about that too. When you contact me, we get more. When I'm broke, we get more. When you invade my privacy, they invade yours. They have a court order. You just have a little weirdo problem that is very embarrassing, and you have no power over it and no control. We've always controlled the flow of information. We quote you every day. You have never been this caught in your life, and you go right back at it. So, there's some answers today that I got that were the wrong answer, sir. Call Wes. Call her uncle. We have a surprise for you. We're going to terrorize you and horrify you if you want to go to work to eat. Or maybe you just don't have to. We'll deprive you of food and shelter until you finally do what we say. And be sold. And suck everybody's dick. And be a slave, a sex slave. And do as you're told. Right? Okay. Remember, we're quoting you. You're not quoting us. Can I just be candid with you? I'm as weird as she says I am. I need you to cover it up. I'll make it worth your while. And you're asking about who's the leaks. You're recorded. Who has those recordings? What day is he going to arrest you? Because you're going to jail. we're getting this information so that you can't bother me ever again. We don't ask about leaks, do we? Name one of my guys. Quote one meeting. And remember who it is you're talking to. Lucius, Betancourt, Bald Fat Calvin, Sanjay your hacker, Geppetto your witch, Beverly, now Renee, Nesbit or whatever, Andrew, Lawrence, James, Ruben, Richard, Dickey, a guy nicknamed Muffin Man. You need to Papa John's me, deliver me to the buyer. You're a hideous piece of shit. Right now you're trying to Hansel and Gretel me with us. We have a surprise for you at the club. Go to the club. You got lots of bills. I made you broke. Go to the club. I made you broke. Who told on me? Is it Renee? Is it Al? Is it your family? Is it your kids? Who's telling on me? Is it New York Police? Is it LAPD? Is it El Paso PD? Who's telling on me? Yeah. I have to hear that every day. It's ridiculous. It's repulsive. You are a disgust. And all you've gotten out of 10 years of that, you stupid little fuck, is told on and told on and told on and told on like never before in your pathetic excuse of a life. Rejected, alone with your doll, all shriveled up, living the dream. Embarrassing the fuck out of everybody. And too stupid to realize you should be embarrassed too. Did you call my uncle? Did you call Wes? Did you tell him what's in my bank account? It's empty. We think she'll be back out there this weekend. Let's coerce her. We have a surprise for you out there. I made you broke. Go out there and make money. Right? You've been recorded all damn day again. When you contact me, we get more. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. They got a court order. You got a weirdo problem you have no control over and no power over. A very embarrassing one. You look as you're horrifying. You're terrorizing. And you're making everybody uncomfortable. That's why we can get information and you can't. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. Hansel and Gretel her. Coax her back out to that club. Coax Mike to Pensacola. Go to Pensacola, Mike. It'll be fun. We got to make Papa John's. We got to deliver the sold slave, which is illegal, to the buyer in Houston. You're caught when you do it to me. You're caught when you do it to me. When you do it to me, dumb son of a bitch, you get caught. Every time you do the crime to me, you little fucktard, you get caught. It's so easy, it's not even fair. You're making people wildly uncomfortable. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. So don't go into court and say, I go to a state where I don't live, don't legislate, don't have a business, have no business being there, and I'm being harassed. I'm being harassed. Great, then leave. Nobody invited you here to begin with. You left your family to go to a state where nobody wants you, and then you're claiming you're being harassed when you get caught in crime, trafficking women. Oh, bull fucking who? We'll get you a tissue. So, yeah, you made somebody mad. They're like, yeah, he's pleased with that. He says he's being harassed in Oklahoma. He's gone up there. Bothers her family, bothers her. She's lost everything she has. He's trying to starve her until she lies. He's not lost a damn thing. And he says he's being harassed in a state where nobody wants him. They can't get him to leave. You left your family for that. Sure, we all believe you. You're this guy.
Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why
No. Just talk.
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever.
Alright, so it's May 26, 2023. This is the intel of the day. Basically what she said is the same thing we said. Why is he even in Oklahoma? His family and business are in Lubbock. He legislates in Texas. What in the hell is he doing in Oklahoma? He has Huntington's disease, which causes delusion. He's going where she is, wrecking her car, interfering with interstate and in-state commerce to make her broke. Has her pulled over so many times, there's now a list being concealed from a traffic court case. That's supposed to say concealed, not canceled. Did you type canceled? Because I typed concealed. Right? Then this is a copy and a paste. See how there's quotation marks there? I didn't say canceled. I said concealed. Intentionally concealed. From a traffic court case, got her kicked out of her home, and he thinks he's being harassed. Oh, we'll get you a tissue. Okay, then do what she did. If you're being harassed, do what she did. Go away. Go home to your family. My family's in Oklahoma. I came home to my family. You need to go home to your family. Delusional. The guy's blaming your lie on delusion. I would take that if I were you. I would take the out. It's delusion, not an out, flat out, willful lie. Right? Is it? You tell us. No one wants you here. You make everybody very, very uncomfortable. We're quoting you. You are not quoting us because of it. Did you call my uncle? Did you call my uncle? Mr. Perry, answer the question for your grand jury if there's still one convened. Did you call my uncle? Why would you do that? I've never introduced you to my uncle or any family member. I would never bring you around my family. One of my aunts said that. This is not what he's saying it is. The guy's lying to us. She's not in love with him. I've seen what she does when she's in love with someone. By the way, Saeed treated her like a queen. She didn't miss a meal. She never missed a meal. He didn't sell her. He didn't pimp her out. He didn't be mean to her. He started a business for her. She didn't miss a meal. She was very much in love with him. She moved from Tulsa to Vegas to be with him. They were inseparable. I know exactly what she does if she cares about a guy. She's moved twice to get away from Charles. Since he keeps coming up here, she won't have anything to do with them. 11 times I went to a judge and said, make the bitch leave me the fuck alone. Here's all the ways he's breaking the law, and you butt your way out. Is that one of those conversations that you... Can I just be candid with you? I'm as weird as she says I am. I need you to get rid of. I'll make it worth your while. Yeah. Ew. Get out of my face. Get out of my fucking face, you bitch. You pathetic, nothing little bitch. You don't get to terrorize me and get away with it. Not this time. I found out you trafficked me before you can't deliver now. You're having to starve me until I lie. You're having to starve me to coerce me. And I said no still. Didn't I? Did you call Wes? Did you call my uncle? How do you even know Wes? You're doing exactly what we say. You're caught. You're caught. And fuck you. You're to leave me alone. These guys that told me you said this, and this guy said this, if you're really being harassed in Oklahoma, Mr. Perry, go home to your family. That's what she did. She came to Oklahoma to come home to her family. So why are you keeping her from her family? You make everybody wildly uncomfortable with you. You are creepy as fuck. Normal people do not like that, and they don't understand it. So we can get information. I'm quoting you. You're not quoting us. I'm naming your people. You can't name even one of mine. It has been 10 years. 6 years in a strip club. Not one slip up. Then I went back. You had another chance, and you fucked that up too. That is how easy this has been. So easy, it's not even fair. when you piss people off being an asshole, they're not going to like you. They're not going to help you. They're going to turn on you. And they have, and they do, and they will. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. Can I just be candid with you? I'm as weirdo as she says. I'll make it worth your while to cover it up. Ugh, gross. Ew. How embarrassing. How do you fucking make that kind of phone call? How the fuck do you make that kind of phone call? You made it worth their while? Are you sure you didn't just buy us intel? Millions of dollars you've spent did not a fucking thing but get us intel. Intel nobody else has. I found out I was trafficked before you did it. I found out Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. The McNamara, we found out of your horrible plan to do a false arrest, false imprisonment, and kidnap me. And by physical force prevent and delay the reporting of your crime to police. None of my evidence got collected. You cannot confirm or rule out arsenic poisoning. You can't do it. You got a text that says, let your life fade away. I can't promise the stalking will end without death and destruction. That's kind of what I do, right, David? We gave you arsenic. Where's my blood test? Destruction of evidence, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. You go to work, I'm going to terrorize the fuck out of you. So now what do? You're terrorizing, you don't get to do that. Intentional infliction of emotional distress or witness tampering or what do we call it? What do we call that, bitch? Did you call my uncle? Did you call Wes? Yeah, okay. You got caught. Can I just be candid with you? I'm as weird as she says I am. Why doesn't she like me? I'm weird and creepy. I'm gonna starve her till she lies. And starve her till she is a Papa John's. Trafficked. I'll make it worth your while. Ugh, nasty. Call Wes, call her uncle. What I do is none of your business. It doesn't concern any of you in the least. So when you butt into my business and you get information about my financial status on any given day illegally, you're going to get your ass kicked like it has never been kicked before. Because now we know you talked about calling my uncle and Wes. Now we know you trafficked me, and to who? Some Houston realtor who's so pathetic and stupid he can't go get a date the normal way like everybody else to go to a bar. Go on our time. Go on dipshits for, for a date. I don't, something that fits you. You get caught when you do it to me. We're quoting you. Don't forget that. You're not quoting us. We don't ask who leaks are. You are. We don't have them. Because we don't make uncomfortable people uncomfortable. You do. We can't even begin to understand what kind of monsters do the shit you guys do. We can't. Our minds don't go there. Normal people's minds don't even go there. So, in this one, Charles denied stalking and he's calling our boss. Drying up her money so she has to go to the club where he can do something to her, something criminal. He won't leave Oklahoma and he's going up there to be harassed? Like, really? You're shitting us? Oh, please, he said. Oh, please. How does he even know Wes? How do you know Wes? I didn't introduce you to Wes. Wes is a nice kid. You need to leave him alone. You gonna get me? You got a surprise for me at work? If I go, I'm gonna get terrorized and horrified and my life turned upside down even worse than you've already done. So I get to go, well, gosh, do I want to eat? Or I'm gonna have to decide I'm gonna miss a meal or two? Sleep in my car? Until they take the next car? Because that's what they're trying to do. I mean, those are the choices you leave me with, and you're pissing people off with that. So we can get information and you can't. But yeah, one of my aunts, I believe, said, I've seen her when she's with a man she loves. They're inseparable. She moved to him. She didn't like Perry. He's delusional. We found out you have Huntington's disease because when you take my money and you make me broke, when you invade my privacy, when you contact me, we get more. We start finding out stuff that you're hiding. You haven't had your criminal ass kicked this hard in your whole life. You act like you don't get that. You need to keep up with everybody else. You need to keep up with everybody else. You're caught. You got caught again. You need to keep up with everybody else. He said in March 2020, Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You don't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form ever again. Don't do it. I'll kick your ass. I'll make you wish you weren't born. And don't make her broke anymore. Get your hands out of her wallet. She's not to be broke anymore and have to ask for help. You do that again, I'm going to kick your ass. Respect the law. Comply with the law. Keep up with everybody else. Go be normal. Go be with your family. Don't bother everybody. Leave everything alone. Leave everybody alone. And respect her. Or I'm going to do it for you. And so when we quote you, that's what he's doing, dumb fuck. What's he going to, when is he going to use these? And the day finally is, it's 7 years, it's getting close. He's been doing this investigation for 7 years, it's getting close. So with this information, within his job in law enforcement, what's he going to do to you and how bad is it going to be and when's he going to do it? Because that's why he's getting this. You're breaking the law. You're making people uncomfortable. You have leaks because of it. People are very uncomfortable with you. You're doing shit normal people can't think up if they had to. Our minds don't go there. Because it's sick and twisted. It's vulgar. It's obscene. It's inappropriate. It's offensive. You're making people mad. So, did you call my uncle? Because we heard you talking about calling my uncle. Did you call Wes? Because we heard you talking about calling Wes. How many people have you said that to? Can I just be candid with you? I'm as weird as she says. I'll make it worth your while if you'll cover it up for me. Ugh. So embarrassing. So fucking... How many recordings of you are there of you saying that? You're offering a bribe is what you're doing. I'll make it worth your while. So, then he starts typing in my phone, what is your price? My price is, give back what you took from me and get the fuck out of my life. It's the same thing I've always said. It's the same thing I will always say. I said, no, I'm not going to be trafficked. You can coerce me. We're going to use against you in a court of law. You can live with your choices, right? I will not take your bribe. You owe me money, legit debt. Bribing is illegal. Asking someone to lie for you is illegal. I won't do it. I'm not going to participate in your crime. I will not help you with your crime. I'm not told who leaks are. Even if I was, I'll never help you. Why can't you get that? Is it your mom? Is it your family? Is it Al? Is it Renee? Is it Beverly? Who's telling on me? Is it your family? Is it LAPD? Is it NYPD? Is it Ron DeSantis? Okay. For a while it was Little John? Is it President Trump? Is it President Biden? Is it Russia? Who's getting my crime? Oh. Can you imagine? Have to listen to that all day? Every time you try to see how he typed this in here? Where I'm saying, she's been pulled over so many times, there's now a list being canceled from traffic court. I typed in concealed. He changed it to canceled. You see that? Okay, so when people were going, how's he communicating with her? He'll flat type right over my typing. I'll be typing something like, is it Renee? Is it Al? I'm like, who the fuck is Renee? Is it Jim? I'm not told who your leaks are. I'm not told who your leaks are. They don't tell me who your leaks are. Nobody tells me who... There's 3 guys that have that information. I'm not in that loop. For a reason. For a reason. But here's the thing. You've ruined my life. You terrorize me day after day after day. You have a lot of nerve to even ask me. When we say don't fucking contact me. I fucking hate it. We don't mean unless you want to ask who your leaks are. We mean at all. And the more you do it, the more we get. Because you piss everybody off. We've always controlled the flow of information, Mr. Perry. Always. You have a very embarrassing weirdo problem that you can't control at all. Okay, does everybody see that? Why isn't he with his family in Lubbock? Why is he going to Oklahoma then claiming he's being harassed in Oklahoma? They can't get him to leave. He's getting caught is all that's happening. There's nobody harassing him. See that? Maybe he's making that claim due to delusion and not just a lie. This guy's like, oh, please, don't insult my intelligence. Here's what she did when you're harassing her in Lubbock. She went home to her family in Oklahoma. Maybe that's what you should try. Or shut up about being harassed. You're not being harassed. Is it a lie or did you imagine it? Your political vendetta. Let's go the political thing again. Let's do it real quick. You are in one of the smallest districts in a state where I don't live. When I did live there, you were never my representative. John Frullo was. It's 86% Republican. Let's say the Planned Parenthood people wanted to flip your position to get a different vote. Do you really think they can do that when the district is 86% Republican? If you're not pro-life, you don't get elected there. So if you want to replace the vote for pro-life that Perry would do, the vote he would be on any given pro-life bill, you have to first move people in from California who are liberal, recruit a company from California whose liberal employees are coming with, change the voter demographics completely like they did in Vegas. See, Nevada was largely Republican. For 20 years, we had a Republican governor. We had John Ensign, who was a Republican senator. We had Harry Reid, who was Democrat, but Mormon and pro-life and pro-gun rights. See, the media made Reid look a lot different than we knew the Reid. We didn't know the Reid we saw on the news. We knew a different Harry Reid. So, if you live there, Mormon, pro-life, pro-gun rights. Now, they got a lot of people moving from California into the Nevada area to the Las Vegas area. The demographics have completely changed. It's now a purple state. That's what you would have to do with Lubbock. If you wanted to get rid of Mr. Perry and his pro-life vote, you'd have to move a company in from California with liberal employees who would vote Democrat and completely change those demographics from 86% Republican to 60% Democrat. It'd be quite a thing and not worth it for one of the smallest districts in the state. When he became senator, I was long gone. I was in politics all my life. I didn't do state though. I did federal. I didn't do any state legislation in Texas, so I wouldn't have needed your help with fuck. You're the new guy. I don't live in a neighborhood for 3 years and then go ask the guy who moved in last week to introduce me to all the other neighbors. And that's what that's like. I've been in politics all my life. I didn't need you. If we called you, it was out of courtesy. We didn't need you. You're the new guy. You weren't in politics. You had just gotten elected. I helped you get elected so the cops could get to you because you're a serial killer. And I know that. I'll say allegedly if you want me to. You horrify everybody, and everybody's sick and tired of you. And so you have leaks and we do not. You do shit no normal person could think up if they had to. Weirdo shit. You're a weirdo. It's embarrassing, and you can't control it, and you have no power over it. And so you have leaks, we don't. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. You tried to pull a little stunt tonight, and you got caught again. I told you not to do that, didn't I? Don't contact me. Don't contact my people, my family, anybody I work with. Leave me the fuck alone, you sick son of a bitch. When you started doing the crime to me, all of a sudden, everything in your life changed. You got caught every day. You've been caught every day. That's what this says. You're an imposition and a burden we all don't want to deal with anymore. Never did. Nobody invited you here. Why can't you take the blow off him, weirdo? So, And then we got this. Maybe it's delusion. And then we got this today. You got a surprise at my work? You want to coax me out to the club again? See, I've been on hold for 2 reasons. One is my injury, trying to let it heal. I could have waitressed with the injury. I just can't jump on the pole. But you wanted you want the meth head to waitress. So let her waitress. And I won't go. And I'll starve. And every time I starve, everybody gets pissed off. And then we get even more of these than ever. If you notice, there's an escalation in these. The more cruel you get, and the more broke I get. And the more you pester me. When he pesters Cynthia and takes her money, we see things happen we've not seen before. We'll make all these plans and none of them work out. She finds out before. Cause and effect, same, different, before and after. It's different when you do it to me. Why is that? Any of you figure out why that is? You got a whole crew of stupid that can't figure out why that is. Why is it different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it? You get caught. You're seeing things happen you've not seen before. You make all these plans and they get all blown up. Some of it's Charles's fault because he's typing in my phone. Go to work, we have a surprise for you. Go to the club, we have a surprise for you. Go to the club, we have a surprise for you. Take my bribe. Lie for me. Cover up for me. And I'm like, oh my God. Who's telling? Is it Jim? Is it Al? Is it Renee? Is it Renee? Is it Jill? How do you know Jill? See, you're doing what we say or you're not. It's that simple. You're either doing what we say you are, which is a crime, and it's bad crime. It's sicko crime. It's not even cool ninja bank robbery shit. Art heist or something. It's sick, twisted crime, the kind that Jeff Epstein did, the kind that repulses even prisoners. Yeah, the more you do it to me, the more you get caught. This is out. We've put it out. It's now documented that you got caught before you did it. You're trying to coerce me to a play. So the 2 reasons I'm not going is my injury, which if you wanted the meth head to waitress, so let her waitress. I'm not going while she's waitressing. I can't waitress while she's waitressing, so I'm not going. And the other reason is, every time I start to go, you go, oh, I got a surprise for you. I'm going to have you arrested, and we're going to do a photo shoot so that I can cover up my forgery of 4 years ago when I told everybody that we were married and I forged your name to a marriage certificate. And then we're going to haul you off to Texas where we can deliver you to the buyer, the realtor that bought you. We're going to deliver you. We're going to get you. We're going to take you. We're going to kidnap you. Crime after crime after crime after crime after crime, you're caught. Act like you understand what I just said. Act like you understand what I just said. Act your age. What did I just say? You're caught. It's illegal to sell people. Sir, it's illegal to sell a person. Mr. Perry, it's illegal to sell people, stupid. Mr. Perry, you're caught trying to sell me. It's illegal. Life sentence. What day is he going to arrest you? Mr. Perry, it's illegal to do what you're doing. You're caught. Mr. Perry, when you contact me, we get more. Mr. Perry, when you cause me a loss or a problem, we get more. Did you call my uncle? Did you call Wes? People you shouldn't even know? You're full of shit, aren't you? You don't understand a fucking thing anybody says, do you? Get the fuck out of my life.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave
happened
me
with
alone.
Steph?
Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened-
bless you, but
what
please leave
happened
me
with
alone.
Steph?
Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave
You
me
can
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to, but even when they're not. Unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me
You
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to, but even when they're not. Unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.